Good morning, grade 8. Hope you are doing well. Today, we will start with module 3. Have you ever? Our first lesson will be the cover page plus 3A reading, the spelling bee, part 1. Let me go through the learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, students should be able to 1. Make predictions about the lesson after discussing giving questions properly. 2. Identify vocabulary words correctly after reading a text about the spelling bee. Let us start our lesson with the cover page. Have you ever? As I have mentioned before, this is the title of the module. But when do we use have you ever? Well, in grade 8, it's mainly used to talk about things you have done in your life or when you talk about experiences you've had or tried in the past. I will clarify more by discussing and reading the following questions. Remember to write your answers in your notebook. Question number 1. Have you ever studied a foreign language except English? Which language? So, have you ever, for example, studied Japanese or Spanish language? Let us read the possible answer. I started the French lessons 2 years ago. I think it's more difficult than English, but it's a very interesting language. Question number 2. Have you ever visited a foreign country? Which country? So grade 8, have you ever visited or traveled to a new place or a new country? Your answer might be 3 years ago, I went to the US. New York City amazed me. The buildings were so tall and huge. Question number 3. Have you ever taken part in a school contest? What kind of contest? The word contest means competition, same as the spelling bee, the storytelling, or the writing competition. You could answer by I took part in a school contest last year. It was for my arts and the crafts lesson. And finally, have you ever tried to solve a brain puzzle? Did you solve it? Examples of a brain puzzle, jigsaw, and the crosswords. You could answer by, well, I have, but I couldn't solve it. I want to try again. What are the topics that we will cover in this module? You will learn to talk about experiences you've had at school while learning a language, while traveling, collocations related to education and the phrasal verbs, to use appropriate tenses to link the past with the present, to exchange personal information, to complete a form, to write a questionnaire, to give and respond to good or bad news, and finally, to write an email giving the news. Let us proceed with the reading comprehension part. Which alphabet letter is an insect? I'm going to give you a hint. Look carefully at this picture. So, this is A, of course, B. So the letter is, good job, grade 8. Letter B. I want you now to open your student's book on page 34. Can you read the title of the text, please? Good job. The spelling bee. Well, grade 8, the spelling bee is the most well-known competition which takes part all over the world. I'm almost certain that everyone is familiar with the spelling bee competition, and many of you have participated in this competition before. Let us answer now the following questions. Are you good at spelling? Take a moment. Think about this question. You could answer by, I'm good at spelling, but there are some difficult words that I don't know how to spell. Question number 2. Have you ever taken part in a spelling bee? You can say, yes, I have. It was a lot of fun and interesting too. I learned how to spell some new words. Look now at this picture. Try to predict what are the two girls talking about. You can base your prediction in grade 8 not only on the picture but also on the title of the text. So look again. What do you think? What are these two girls talking about? What are they looking for? What are they checking? Some possible answers. They might be checking some words for the spelling bee competition. They might be registering in the spelling bee competition, or they could be looking for some pictures. In order to check your predictions, you're going to read the following text. While you are reading, focus please on the highlighted vocabulary words. Listen to the speaker, please.
Module 3. Have you ever... 3A. 1. Read. The spelling bee.
Hey Lucy, come and check this out.
What is it? Stamps?
Yeah, I found some really cool ones. Miss Foster has given us a project to do.
Sounds pretty boring.
It isn't. Do you know when the first stamp came out?
Beats me.
In 1840. You can learn a lot about a country from a stamp. Miss Foster has been abroad many times and she always brings back cool stamps. Have you ever seen a stamp that's over 100 years old? Look.
Actually, I have to run. I'm going to the library.
What for? Are you going to revise for a test?
Sort of. I'm taking part in a spelling bee.
You're kidding! I thought you hated that kind of stuff.
Well, I've decided to give it a go.
OK then. Can you get me a book?
Sure. What's the title?
Philately.
Come again?
Philately. It means collecting stamps.
Oh, OK.
Later.
Hello?
I can't find your book. I've searched all the titles that start with F.
You don't spell philately with F. It's with PH.
Oh.
A week later.
It's Lucy's turn. If she gets this one correct, she'll win.
The word is philately.
Huh?
Philately. Philately. Philately.
Congratulations!
After the spelling bee.
Well done! Philately doesn't seem that boring now, does it?
I guess not.
Well, grade 8, can you guess now what are the two girls talking about? Well done! The two girls are talking about some stamps on the computer. You can refer back to the text, the first two sentences, to justify your answer. Now, let us check the meaning of the highlighted words. Beats me, it means I have no idea. What for? Why? Sort of, not exactly. Give it a go, it means try it. And finally, come again. What did you say? Time to practice. Always remember grade 8. The more you practice, the better you get. We will start with multiple choice exercise. Read the sentences and choose the correct answer. 1. Why he was so mean to you? Beats me. What does the expression beats me mean? I don't care, I don't know, or I don't have. Excellent. I don't know. 2. I will go to the computer lab. What for? Do you have a project? What does the expression what for mean? Why, where, or when? Well done. Why? 3. Are you going to visit your friend? Sort of. We will go to the mall. What does the expression sort of mean? Not properly, not exactly, or not correctly. Very good. Not exactly. Sentence number 4. She's been thinking about learning to fly for many years, and she's finally decided to give it a go. What does the expression give it a go mean? Use, try, or have? Amazing. Try. And the last sentence, come again. I can barely believe that you said this to me. What does the expression come again mean? What did you do? What did you say? What did you learn? Correct. What did you say? Excellent job, grade 8. Let us continue with the matching exercise. I want you to open your student book on page 34. You're going to match the expressions with their meanings. 1. Beats me. Excellent. B. I have no idea. 2. What for? What do you think? Good job. D. Why? 3. Sort of. Amazing. E. Not exactly, but close to being true. 4. Give it a go. Correct. C. Try it. And finally, come again. Of course. A. What did you say? Finally, you're going to write a sentence using the following expressions. Expression number 1, give it a go. Do you still remember what does it mean? Excellent. Try. So you could answer by, this job is hard, but I decided to give it a go. The second expression is, come again. What does this expression mean? Good job. What did you say? So you could answer by, I had to ask him to come again because he was speaking in a low voice. We are going to end our lesson by spelling some words. But first, let me share with you some spelling strategies. While in grade 8, there are countless tips, but I will focus on the most important ones. Always check if the word has a silent letter or if it is in the plural. Refer to the origin of the word before you spell. And finally, keep in mind that some words has 1, 2, or even more than 3 syllables. So now, can you spell the word because? Because. Good job. B E C A U S E. Because. And what about the word titles? Can you spell it? Titles. Excellent. T I T L E S. Titles. that brings us to the end. Thank you for watching and see you in a new lesson. Stay tuned.